came to party, yeah, I came to dance. Already made reservations. Nobody stands in the way of my plans. I ain't got that kind of patience. The end of the week, I turn to a freak. Go out and forget all my cares. Putting my hands in the air, looking so good from my hands to my hair. Good times, good vibes. I wanna be in the spotlight. Turn up, no lies. Doing whatever I like. Nothing but music is feeling the air. Moving my body so everyone stares. This is my moment, all eyes on me. I'm on the dance floor, bringing that heat. I came to party, yeah, I came to dance. Already made reservations. Nobody stands in the way of my plans. I ain't got that kind of patience.
We created the tea party for it to be a bonding moment for the kids with their parents, and also as a team. We give everybody their makeup palettes for this season. Boys get their own amenities. They don't quite wear makeup unless they want to. That's a whole different story. And then we also teach the parents how to apply the makeup, where to apply the makeup, and if they have dancers that are on different teams, they have their own style. So just making sure they know how to do it so that when competition day comes, they can just do it and not have to ask, oh, where does this go? But if they do still have questions, they can always ask their team parents or their team mom, because they're all there as well. So it's a great bonding moment for the parents and the dancers.
It's good that we're able to all sit down and enjoy a meal together and congregate in reference to the new beginnings to this competition.
I gave an example to them in front of everybody. I think it's so essential. I think it's awesome. I always have fun because I just love seeing everybody, you know, pretty much play dress up. It's really like a tea party when you was like a little kid and you just add tea and play dress up. It's fun. I love it.
Today is our annual tea party, getting a couple of preliminaries when it comes to the competition season coming up, as well as showing these young beautiful ladies how to do their makeup and etiquette and things of that nature. I have the only son, so it's not as much fun for us, but we get to hang out and have some team gathering and team bonding.
How do you like your makeup?
Good. My makeup is really cute.
Everybody needs to know everybody, at least get familiar, because you're going to be around these people the whole entire season. So everybody at least needs to be familiar. So if you don't need something, or a child may need a ride, you can always go to that person like, hey, can you get my child a ride? Or, you know, do you have a makeup stick so I can use real quick?
Coaches don't have time to do hair and makeup, so it's basically to teach them, you know, how to prepare your dancer for a showcase, for a show, any type of competition, and for the long run.
And then we also go over do's and don'ts for competition and give them any new information that we do have on the season.
You're gonna do that with everything if you don't learn now. Push now. You push. Do you hear me? Those tears, cry through it. But you gotta push. You. Can't nobody else push for you.
You can't bring your knees down every time.
You gotta do it. What's your shirt say? That's it. Be sore today, get strong tomorrow. That's what it means.
The
Work
more
for
you
it.
do this, the easier it gets.
And that's life. Not just dance. That's life. Everything that you do, if you say you can't do it, you can't do it. You gotta put your mind to it. You're the only person that can push through it.
The only one.
And tell them everybody, I can't do it. You putting yourself down, nobody else. Everybody else have confidence in you but you. That's why we put in the extra time. Coach Kat's put in the extra time. She's done so many extra things for you because she believes in you. But you won't push. You got to believe in yourself. We believe in you. But it's not gonna happen until you believe in yourself.
We are a couple of days away from Showcase, and we're to a point to where the kids are still struggling. We're still not there. For me, I think the biggest thing is that they get frustrated and they give up. And I am not one to let them give up on themselves, because I'm not going to give up on them. So I am going to push, I'm going to yell, and I tell them it's all out of love, because anything that you're learning to do in life, you're learning it now. If you give up now, you're going to give up in anything that you do.
Y'all, for real, y'all know we only got 3 more practices for the showcase, right? 3. And y'all don't know it.
I'm gonna look just like that on fucking day. That's not immediate funny. When you don't know it by now, you're gonna perform like that. Tonight was another eventful night with the honeybees. I know as a dancer that is probably the most overwhelming part of dancing, which is transitioning. Because you're doing this for a count and now you gotta be all the way over there and you don't even remember what dance moves is, but you know you gotta get there. So I know they have a little heart attacks every practice. They really need that discipline and that consistency of being on them. Especially that team, because they're youth team. Youth team is always the team that is like, it just takes a little more elbow grease with these kids. Had one of my dancers cry because, you know, she said I can't do it, and we say you can't say that. Do not say I can't do it. And she said it, and we would just tell her you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. I made sure to get down with them and do the workout with them so they know I'm with you. I'm doing it with you. I'm older than you. It hurts more, but I'm right there with you, and we got it. Like, you can do it. We're trying to teach them how to push past the pain, push past what's hard, because you will then get the victory at the end.
It's not just dance. We want to teach them responsibility, accountability, like everything. And giving up is not an option. Saying that you can't, we don't want to hear it. That is actually something that we don't even say in the studio. As soon as we hear you say it, you're automatically conditioning.
Tonight was a bit of a headache. We didn't get to practice as much because, you know, they had to take their pictures and try on their uniforms. But as far as practicing, they just need to practice more.
Before the showcase where you have to perform this for the first time, y'all need to get it together because we're not even finished with the dance yet.
I can see the potential that they have, and I just want them to be able to bring it.
No way you should be looking the way you looking. Fix it. Set. You need to watch your lines, your movement, energy, facials. None of that's there.
We always say we like to, you know, focus on technique, but making sure they know that technique. So it's running drills. It's letting them close their eyes and listen to the music, going over steps multiple times. Just a lot of repetition, especially with the younger ones, because the more like they do it, the more they remember it.
Tonight, it was like the kids came in and they were like, we do this all the time. We just go, stretch. You know? And it's just, it wasn't giving with what they thought it was. And so we made them condition like we do every practice. And they were not pushing themselves. And you can tell when someone's not pushing themselves because they look comfortable. They're not uneasy. And what I'm looking for is uneasiness. I don't want you to be like, woo. No, I want you to be like, oh my God. That's what I'm looking for. Because that's how I know you're working hard. And you're pushing past your limit.
No, you cannot just dance where you are. You have to get to your spot.
And on the next exercise, they actually like improved. Nobody gave up. And if they looked like they're about to give up, we yelled at them. And they pushed through. They did really good today. I wanted them to nail each and every one of the stunts and the tricks that they have in their routine, whether it be a group stunt or an individual trick that they're doing for a solo part in the routine. I don't care what it is. Everything 5 times. I'm also telling them like how proud I am of them and to keep pushing themselves and to keep improving, because you can tell the difference from a student who's pushing themselves from a student who's comfortable where they're at.
traditional studio would call it a recital. We're not traditional.
Showcase is for us to highlight all of our dancers, not only from our competitive teams, but also from our recreational classes. So we also teach ballet, tap, hip hop, jazz, all those different genres to kids who, much like our team kids, have never danced before and want to learn the craft. And so we teach them all a dance, and we give them a costume, give them some music, and we put them on a stage and let them perform for their friends and family. And they are very nervous when they're learning the dances because they're like, oh, we're just doing this in class. And then you're like, no, this is for the show. They're like, in front of people? And I'm like, yeah, in front of your mommies and daddies. Then they freak out even more. So it's a time for them to not only like learn what it's like to dance, but also what it's like to perform when you're dancing.
The showcase first purpose is to showcase their skills and what they learned throughout the year.
It gives them a chance to do their dance in front of hundreds of people.
For their parents and family and the community to see like what awesome things these kids are doing.
A lot of kids, they will get in front of a camera or see a lot of people and they will, you know, act shocked. So it's basically just to help them get their jitters out and to not be afraid to get on stage and perform.
For the dance team, this is their first big performance. This will show them what it will feel like as competition because we're going to move it around like it's a competition.
Some kids haven't danced before, so we don't want them to freeze up on the stage. So that's why we always do a showcase before we compete.
To have a good time. So, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for these folks.
The kids did amazing. I am so proud of them. Man, just from the beginning to seeing them now, I couldn't ask for more.
Right, she killed it. She was doing offense. I'm super proud of her. Honeybee, honeybee.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
I'm proud. My Barbies did their thing.
I'm so happy everybody came out. They deserve it.
I'm so happy these kids did awesome. To see where they started and where they have done thus far.